Today we begin the training uh, with Module 1, Introduction to Website Design. Introduction to Website Design. And we shall look at this module for the next few minutes. I will be a little bit faster. Where you can't understand, just pause and go back a bit. So now, we are going to dive in straight in today's session. We are going to start with web designing. And most of us, we ask each other questions. Now, what is web designing? We ask questions to say, what is web designing? And today we are going to define web designing as the process of planning, creating, and styling a website. It mainly focuses on the layout, the colors, the fonts, the images, and the user experience. So a well-designed website basically needs to have the following. Number one, it needs to be attractive, visually appealing. It needs to be easy to use. At the same time, it needs to be responsive, meaning it should work on any device, be it mobile, be it desktop. But now, most of the people would wonder what a website is all about, but it's very important for us to also describe what a website is. A website is simply a collection of web pages. That's the easiest answer we can give for today. It's a collection of different web pages. So this web designing is the one that brings up the visually attractive, appealing outline for a particular website. Now let us look at the difference between these two components in websites: web development and web designing. Web designing, it focuses on looks, layout, and user experience, while the web development aspects formally works with functionality, coding, and databases. So there are tools each of the two uses. When we look at web development, we find that it uses tools like JavaScript, it uses PHP, it uses Python, and database tools like MySQL, SQL, and etc. etc. So many, and so on and so forth. Then, when we look at the tools that are used by a web design, you discover to say we use HTML, we use CSS, and some web builders, inclusive some graphics designing. Okay, so the websites the websites that are designed well, they will attract a lot of visitors, and they will have people who will be using the website who have no challenges. Then the next thing is that as more visitors keeps coming, it will boost the businesses. So this basically brings us to the attention of importance of a web design. That is the importance of a web design. So now, a well-designed website will attract a lot of customers, keep them engaged, help users to find what they need quickly, and improves the businesses. Now, when you click on this module, find time to download the module from our link that is dropped below. You just check these two designs that we have. One is well organized. Its content is well tabulated such that visitors can keep coming because work is well presented. But the other one, it's scattered. You can't tell what it offers, what it has. You can't. It's something that is very much difficult to handle. So now we move on to the roles of websites in business. One of the roles of websites in business is that it creates an online presence. An online presence that will bring in customers and increase sales. Then, when we get to the key benefits, issues to do with marketing and branding, a website brings up enough sales or a lot of sales. A website improves customer support services. A website makes the business to be trusted. It makes the business to be trusted with potential clients and global reach, meaning people globally will be able to reach out your services. They will reach out to your website compared to these other platforms like physical store where they need to follow it up. That's the basic level at which we can share on the benefits of websites in business. Let us look at the benefits of websites in education. You know, websites have improved the way education is accessed, the way materials are shared, and also the way skills are developed, because most websites you'll find that they will accommodate each and every person to have access to the material at any time, anywhere, any at their convenient period. So this makes it a benefit in the field of education. In the past, some few years ago, we could see a lot of people struggling in order for them to get to access materials, but not anymore. This time around, you can have what you want. You can have your books, you can have your pens, you can have your pens online, you can have your whiteboard online, and you can be able to deliver, and at the same time you can be able to receive education via a website. We move on to the roles of websites in communication. One of the roles of websites in communication is it gives us efficient, fast, and global communication. We can be able to communicate, receive information from different informative platforms. I can give an example of news platforms. Example that is BBC, which keeps us informed every time. BBC keeps us informed every time. Issues of social media platforms, public awareness, and many more. So you will discover to say websites are a powerful tool that helps business grow, improves education, and enhance communication worldwide, whether for marketing, learning, or we want to stay informed. Websites are essential in this digital world. Now let us quickly look at what these websites comprises of for them to be built. Number one, for a website to be built, it needs a backbone, and this backbone we are going to use, or we are going to train from, is called HTML. HTML simply stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the foundation of any website that you have to build. Without HTML, that website will not be able to stand very well. It creates the structure of a web page using the elements which we call as tags. Here is a simple code which we are going to do together practically. Here is a simple code. We have the HTML code, which is the main container of our web page. We have the head, which contains the metadata. Then we have got the title, which is shown on the browser tab, and the other one is the body, which contains the visible content, the heading, And the headings were told they are different up to 6. Then paragraph, which has got a p tag. So now this moves us to CSS. What is CSS? CSS simply stands for Cascading Styles Sheets. This one controls the appearance of a web page. The appearance of a web page is controlled by the cascading style sheets. So the cascading style sheets works on our colors, works on our fonts, works on our layout, and that's basically what it does. That's basically what it does. So now let us just dive into a mobile code editor. A mobile code editor that we are going to focus on today. Let me just shift. Our mobile code editor we're going to use is called Coda. Coda, I'm sure I've seen the spelling here where it's written you've reached your limit on Coda. Don't worry, because it's just late and I was not supposed to be using this particular tool up to this time. My phone has just discovered that I need to sleep, but it's not possible. Okay, now let's move on. For us to code in Coda, we need to create a folder. And to create a folder in Coda, there's a plus sign on the bottom left of my screen. You just click that or tap on a plus just up there where there's an instruction. It will work. So we create a folder and we'll call it online website design. Online web design. So now we are going to move into this folder. We open this folder and create the first file and a new file here you create. It will be index dot html. Okay, index.html. This is the file for our first page of the website. So we can create also the CSS. Remember, CSS, cascading style sheets, are the ones that beautifies, that changes the color, that changes the font of our website. So we'll also create, and we'll call it with a name that we'll remember. Style. Okay, we can say styles or style. For me, I'll just end on style. .css. The moment you write the correct file extension, it will pop up with some color, and in between it will indicate the file extension. If you want to add example JavaScript, we can say script .js. So automatically it will write. But if we, maybe let's take for instance, we've written script, then the file extension we write .sj. It will not show the correct figure. So now we can be able to delete this. Let me delete this one. Okay, so these three are the basic elements of web design, and we have entered into web development because of JS. So in this video I am going to delete this file. I was just showing you how to create. So now we're going to create this first website, and as we are developing our first website, we need to define the document type. And the document type, sorry, let me just delete. The document type is introduced as, then you come here, you click the exclamation mark, doc type. The doc type simply stands for document type HTML, meaning when the browser will be reading this, as it starts reading this file, it will know to say I'm now reading an HTML file. So here we'll look at the main container HTML. This is our main container. We'll go down, then we also open again. This one will be okay, a closing tag. So we've got two different types of tags as we open. We've got a closing tag and an opening tag. An opening tag has no forward slash. That's the only difference I can quickly give. There's no forward slash in front of it. So now from here we'll need to indicate the header, the head itself. The head will contain the script, the head will contain the title, the head will contain some styles that you would want to use in that particular file. So do HTML. Sorry, we are looking at the head now. The head. Okay, then we close. That's perfect. So in between the head, we are going to show the title. That's where we're told the meta chassis is found. We're going to do the title. Then the title of the website will be my first website. Then you do a closing tag. Title. So this is the other way of doing a closing tag, isn't it? So now from here we can now add another main container, a main container called the body. The body contains what we would want to visually see. So the body, we'll close it from here. And body. Okay, perfect. So inside the body, we are going to create the heading. So now I want to teach you another skill for a self-closing tag. A self-closing tag, we indicate the tag name in front here, like H1. Then after the tag name, we put a forward slash. Then we indicate what we want. But I don't advise you to be using this regularly. This is my first website. So we move to the next one. So let's do another one, which will be H2. It will have an opening and closing tag. I'm sure this one you can just select it and paste this so that we see the difference between these two tags. Okay, no. Okay. Then we close H2. Then we move on now to the paragraph. The paragraph tag, they are also found inside the board. So paragraph is represented by the P. So when you write a P, it will know to say this is a paragraph. I love coding. Okay, I love coding. Then come back here and close the tab, the P tag. Okay, then we are done. Let's see what we've been doing, how it looks like. Okay, where is it? Okay, so now if you've seen, it has just brought something like this. What is happening? So you will know to say there's somewhere where it is wrong. And I've just seen where it is wrong. Here, it has not defined it nicely as a type. It's supposed to be type like this. Type. Document type. So we can go back and check. Boom, it has come. This is my first website. It has a self-closing tag. It's opening and closing on itself. Then this is my website number 2. This one does what? This one has what can I say? How can I put it? This one has both opening and the closing tags. So we are done, and now we would want to link in our CS. So when we looked at our module had given us to say, when you want to link CSS to HTML, we need to do it in the header. Link is a link attribute, or it's a link tag, as you can mention it. So now, first of all, we need to write a piece of code. So we can be able even to highlight this one. Let's get this same one and go paste there. Let me just do a copy paste due to time, so that you can be able to do quick things. So I just copy. My interest is on linking there, and linking the site, the 2 files. Okay, we go to Coda. This is our styles panel. We are going to paste it like this. Then we are just going to edit it. We say, instead of dark blue, we'll say we want it to be red. Then light blue, center line, ABCD. Okay, so here we can save this file and forget about it. Let's go back to our HTML. So if we check our HTML, we come back here, there's nothing that will happen because it's not linked. It will not change to those colors that we've pasted there. So now let's quickly move on. In the head, we add a link. If you want, you can be able to write the piece of script inside there, just inside the head there, by typing style there after style. In between the style, you put up your code and add a closing tag. In this case, we are going to do link. Okay, reference, and the reference we want to link to is we need to use full speech marks, complete ones, full speech marks, and we are going to say it's a style. What is the style sheet we want to link? Then after that, we'll say if a link, where you want to get it from, where do you want to get it from, and how is it saved. Then we'll say it's style dot CSS. Then you close it up. Let's see if what we've done has worked. Done. This is how we can be able to write a piece of code using a mobile application. Thank you very much. Don't forget to appreciate us even buying a cup of tea using the numbers that are on the screen or in the description below. God bless you. See you in the next module.